What's good, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today I'm going to be giving you all my NFC, AFC Championship predictions, as well as my new Super Bowl winner. The Divisional Round was amazing. We got 4 great games in the Divisional Round. All came down to the last play of the game, whether that be a game-winning field goal, touchdown. Best weekend of playoff football I have seen in a long time, and hopefully we have games like that in the Championship Round and the Super Bowl as well. In the comments down below, give me your Super Bowl prediction for Super Bowl 56, but if you're excited for this one, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're new. I would greatly appreciate it. But without further ado, hope you all enjoy the video, and let's get it.
Minika, watch me on Twitch, ooh, I'm streaming. I'm on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, red button beaming. Let's get that sub count, take over YouTube, ooh, we teaming. My content so hot, ooh, yeah, I'm steaming. Ooh, yeah, I'm steaming. Red button beaming.
Okay, everyone, here we go. It is time for me to make my NFC and AFC Championship game predictions. But before we get into those two games, what I want to talk about first is the Divisional Round and how epic every single one of these matchups were. We're going to go over my predictions for the Divisional Round, see what I got right, see what I got wrong, and you can tell already I got a lot wrong. This was not my best round. I had a great wild card round, but the Divisional Round was not my best round. But every single one of these games came down to the wire, down to the last play, either a walk-off field goal or a walk-off touchdown. Every single one of these games was amazing. Best weekend of playoff football I have seen in a long time, if ever, since I started watching football. But let's get things started. Actually, I could go with the Chiefs here, but we're going to save them for last because that was the best game of the weekend, maybe the game of the year. So we're going to start things off with Bengals-Titans. So let me state the obvious first. I got the Titans wrong. I thought the Titans would beat the Bengals, and they did not beat the Bengals. So major props to Cincinnati getting that win over the Tennessee Titans in our first close game of the weekend. Almost went to overtime, but Ryan Tannehill looks for somebody over the middle, about 20 seconds left to put his team in field goal range to possibly kick the game-winning field goal, and it comes back to bite them, gets tipped up in the air, picked off, and Joe Burrow hits Jamar Chase, gets them in field goal range, kicks the field goal. McPherson has been money. That man is amazing as a rookie kicker. You can rely on him in Cincinnati for a long time, it looks like, for the future of your team at the kicker position. And Cincinnati moves on. I think both teams played okay. Offensively, I mean, Joe Burrow took a ton of sacks. I think 9 sacks in that game. Offensive line is going to have to play much better if they want a chance to beat the Chiefs and then whoever they face in the Super Bowl, because if they make the Super Bowl, either the 49ers or the Rams, who we'll get into in a second, have ferocious pass rushes. So 9 sacks against Joe Burrow. Those two teams can make him pay. Tennessee did not take advantage of all those sacks. I think they definitely should have won this game with all the sacks that their defense got them. Their defense played amazing. Tennessee has to win that game. They got a healthy Derrick Henry back, AJ Brown, Julio Jones. Ryan Tannehill, though, may have sold the game for you guys. I still think Tannehill is a decent quarterback, but unfortunately didn't have a good day, so the Bengals are moving on. First game I got wrong. Then let's talk about the choke artist known as Aaron Rodgers. 49ers go into Green Bay, and I said this in my predictions video last week. I like the 49ers if they got a healthy Nick Bosa, if they had a healthy Fred Warner, and both of those guys look really good in that game against the Green Bay Packers. But if you're Aaron Rodgers, there is no excuse at this point to put up 10 points in Lambeau Field in the Divisional Round in the snow. You said you want teams to come to Lambeau Field because you don't think anybody can beat you in the playoffs in the snow, in the cold, and you put up only 10 points offensively, 3 points after the first drive. What is the excuse right now if you're Aaron Rodgers? There just is none. They were the best team in the league all year, and that just cements what I've been saying about Aaron Rodgers for a long time. Since his Super Bowl win, he cannot come up big. Did the special teams cost the Packers the game? Definitely they did. They did give up 10 points basically with the block punt turning into a touchdown. The block field goal at the end of the first half for the Packers cost them another 3 points, and the field goal to win the game for the 49ers, the Packers only had 10 guys on the field. So the special teams definitely cost them the game, but they should never have been in that situation, and that's my point with Aaron Rodgers. You're the reigning defending MVP going for back-to-back. You gotta put up more than 10 points at Lambeau Field coming off a bye if you want to be established as one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. So that is an all-time choke by Aaron Rodgers, and his legacy is taking a dip after that game, in my opinion. Then we have the Sunday games, and the Sunday games were even crazier than the Saturday games. We'll start things off with the Rams and the Buccaneers, and I did make a whole video on the Rams and Buccaneers already, but I will talk about it again. So the Rams get off to a hot start, 20-3 at the half, and they looked like they were going to roll the Buccaneers. This was going to be a blowout. No Antonio Antonio Brown, no Godwin for the Buccaneers, no Tristan Wirfs, and their offense was showing it. Tom Brady was pressured all game, at least throughout the first half, for sure. Von Miller was getting home, strip sack by him. Aaron Donald was getting home. That defense was giving Tom Brady a ton of trouble. But then in the second half, things changed. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense actually showed up and forced 4 fumbles on the Los Angeles Rams, 2 on Cam Akers, 1 on Cooper Kupp, and then 1 off a missed snap from the Los Angeles Rams where the ball went over Matthew Stafford's head by like 30 yards and leave it to Tom Brady to come all the way back from 27-3 to tie this game up at 27 apiece with about 40 seconds to go. But unfortunately, we did not get overtime. Matthew Stafford clutched up. Props to him. We thought he might fold in the big moment, but he clutched up. Him and Cooper Kupp, 2 receptions, about 50-60 yards on both of those combined, kicked the game-winning field goal, and the Rams are going to the NFC Championship game, and they're definitely a dangerous team. But unfortunately, they are 0-6 against the San Francisco 49ers with Jimmy G at the helm. We just saw this matchup 2 weeks ago in Week 18 in Los Angeles, so they're back. 49ers, Rams in the NFC Championship game. That's going to be a tough one to call. I might like the 49ers because I liked them 2 weeks ago. We will have to see. We'll talk about that in a second when we get to the NFC Championship game. Last but definitely not least, the final divisional game we are going to talk about is the Bills at the Kansas City Chiefs. This is game of the year, postseason, regular season, doesn't matter. This game came down to the wire, went to overtime. This was a crazy game. This game reminded me a lot of that Rams-Chiefs game on Monday Night Football a few years ago, but even better because this game went to overtime. I cannot believe what happened after the 2-minute warning. I think Patrick Mahomes threw for 150 plus yards after the 2-minute warning. That's absurd. I thought the dagger was that Tyreek Hill touchdown where he showed the peace sign to the Buffalo Bills with about a minute left, but here came Josh Allen, marched all the way down the field, hit Gabriel Davis for his 4th touchdown of the game, something that has never been done in NFL playoff history. That was ridiculous. And then the Buffalo Bills were up by a field goal with 13 seconds left, but you can't count out Patrick Mahomes until the clocks tick down and hit 0. The game is not over. They hit Hill, then they hit Kelsey, and they set up less than a 50-yard field goal for Harrison Butker. Man hits it. They go to overtime and they march down the field. You knew whoever got the ball first was going to win this game in overtime. Neither defense could force a turnover. Kansas City got the ball first, marched all the way down the field. Mahomes hit Kelsey in the end zone, and that is good game. The Buffalo Bills were eliminated in an all-time classic playoff game. We're going to be talking about this game for a long time, but that was a divisional round, so I went 1 for 4 in my predictions, and I easily could have went 0 for 4. I was completely wrong, but every single one of these games came down to the wire, so I'm not going to hate on myself too much. These are just my opinion, so let's get to the championship game round. So we have the AFC Championship and the NFC Championship, the Bengals at the Chiefs and the 49ers at the Rams, and after what I just saw from the Kansas City Chiefs, I don't think I could pick the Bengals in this game. Even if I think they can win this game, I'm not going to bet against Patrick Mahomes, not going to bet against that offense, not going to bet against what I just saw them do. Down 3 points with 13 seconds left, they come back, tie the game, and then win it in overtime. Joe Burrow can have a great game. I definitely expect him to. I expect this once again to be a high-scoring game like the Bills and the Chiefs were. I don't expect to see Joe Burrow sacked 9 times again. They need to protect this man if they want any chance in this game, because if he takes sacks and they have to punt the ball to the Chiefs are going to put up points, and this game will turn into a blowout. So they need to protect Joe Burrow. Do what they did against the Chiefs in Cincinnati a few weeks ago when they beat the Kansas City Chiefs at home. But now at Arrowhead, I think it's going to be a different story. The Bengals can win this game, but after what I just saw from Patrick Mahomes in this offense, I don't think I could pick against them. Both defenses, though, need to make plays if they want to win this game. The Bengals need to turn over Patrick Mahomes if they want any chance. Protect Joe Burrow as well and establish a run game with Joe Mixon. The Chiefs, their offense is going to be rolling. If they can get a turnover or 2, that's only going to help them win even easier. So the Chiefs, I'm going to take in this one. I would say they probably win by a touchdown. Then we have the NFC Championship game, and this is the San Francisco 49ers at the Los Angeles Rams. And I wanted to ride the 49ers all the way to the NFC Championship game, but I thought the Packers would beat them. I picked them against the Cowboys, and then I really was debating picking them against the Green Bay Packers. I don't know why I thought twice about it. I should have went with the 49ers, but I felt like this would be Aaron Rodgers' year. I pick against him every year, but this time I thought it would be different, but it wasn't. Aaron Rodgers chokes once again, so the 49ers are here up against the Los Angeles Rams, so they don't have to face Aaron Rodgers. They don't have to face Tom Brady in the NFC Championship game. Both of those guys are done. They took care of Aaron Rodgers, and the Rams took care of Tom Brady. So now we have an NFC West matchup. There's going to be no surprises in this game. 49ers, Rams, they are not strangers to each other. They've seen each other 2 times already this year, and the 49ers 49ers beat them both times. Both of these teams, very, very similar teams. Both can run the ball very, very well. Both have outstanding defensive lines. The secondary of the Rams, definitely better than the 49ers, though. The running backs from the San Francisco 49ers in Elijah Mitchell and Deebo Samuel, when you line them up in the backfield, I would say are better than Cam Akers and Sony Michel. The offensive weapons, very, very similar. Matthew Stafford, though, definitely better than Deebo Samuel. So this is going to be a very close game. I saw the line open up, and I think the Rams are favored by 3. I like the underdog here. Kyle Shanahan and Jimmy G together have never lost to the Los Angeles Rams, and I don't think they start now. I think they beat the Los Angeles Rams. I'm going to go with the upset here. It's going to be a very close game once again. I think they win by a field goal. After what I just saw from this team when they beat them 2 weeks ago, came back from 17-0 down, you cannot count out the San Francisco 49ers, and I think they can make Matthew Stafford turn the ball over once again. If Stafford plays a clean game like he did in the divisional and the wild card game, they can win this. It's going to be a really close game, but I think it's going to be a rematch of the Super Bowl from 2 years ago. I got Chiefs and 49ers in the Super Bowl. That brings us to Super Bowl 56. It's the 49ers and the Chiefs rematch of the Super Bowl from 2 years ago. This is going to be another really good game. 49ers, one of the hottest teams in the league right now, and they know their identity on offense. Run the ball, play action, scheme the ball, get the ball to Deebo Samuel, Elijah Mitchell, get the ball to their playmakers, and Kyle Shanahan does not shy away from the game plan. He will continue to run the ball regardless if the Chiefs go up 10, 14-0 in the first couple of quarters. They want to continue using their game plan. That's how they win games, and they have a ton of playmakers to keep up with the Kansas City Chiefs on offense. It's going to come down to, can the San Francisco 49ers slow down the Kansas City Chiefs offense? And I don't think they can, because the Chiefs made it look easy up against the Buffalo Bills tonight in the divisional round, and the Buffalo Bills had the #1 scoring defense in the league. So when you face the #1 scoring defense in the league and you put up all those points against them, that leads me to believe you're going to have a good game against the San Francisco 49ers. Now, if the 49ers can keep the ball out of Patrick Mahomes' hands, but if you leave him anytime, you see what he could do tonight. 13 seconds left, gets the ball to a game-tying field goal at the end of the game and then wins it in overtime. Maybe they have a shot. So you got to limit the possessions for Patrick Mahomes, keep the ball on the ground, long drives for the San Francisco 49ers, and you need touchdowns. You cannot be okay with field goals. You have to get the ball in the end zone. This is going to be a high-scoring game if the 49ers want to win it, because I don't see their defense honestly slowing down Patrick Mahomes and this Kansas City Chiefs offense. So my pick to win the Super Bowl this year now is the Kansas City Chiefs. I think they're the best team. Their defense is definitely their weak point, and I see teams putting points on them, but their offense is just too explosive, and I don't see anybody stopping this Kansas City Chiefs offense. Okay, everyone, that's going to do it for the video today. My AFC and NFC Championship predictions. Let me know in the comments down below, who do you think is going to be going to the Super Bowl from the AFC and the NFC? If you enjoyed the video, though, and you found it useful, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're new. I would greatly appreciate it. Once again, these are just my opinion. I'm not an expert NFL analyst. There's definitely a chance I can get these wrong. These are just my opinion, so if you disagree, that is completely okay. Make sure to follow me at my social links, which are on the screen for you guys right now. But that's going to do it for me today, everyone. See you all in the next video. Have a great rest of your day. Peace out.